G'day guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wildkard. Thank you for watching the Wildkard Rugby Show. Like, comment, subscribe, and yes, I'm trying to not get too emotional about this because the Wallabies had a pretty poor performance on the weekend. In addition, there was a pretty big injury to Noah Lolesio. I have talked about this for a while now. I think Lolesio has been mismanaged by his team and I don't know who these doctors are, clearing him every week to allow him to play rugby. Not that long ago, probably about 3-4, like a month ago, he was taken off the field on stretchers for a very, very bad back injury from a clean-out. And somehow he was cleared to play, just a few weeks later in the finals. And at the time, I thought, okay, maybe he wasn't that bad of an injury, but it just did not look right to me. Because for the whole season, Lolesio hasn't looked right. If you watch Super Rugby, if you watch my channel, and thank you if you do, I talk about this for the whole Super Rugby season. Lolesio has not looked 100%. He's struggling to make tackles. He's struggling to front up physically. And it's not because he's a bad player. It's because he is not 100% physically recovered from whatever injury or whatever concussion he's suffered throughout the season. Now, I would like to point this back to round 1 against Fijian Honduras. And this is just, to me, after the game, you can go back and watch my review. I thought the club mismanaged him in this game. Grossly mismanaged him. Grossly mismanaged his health, his player welfare from this game. Because the Wallabies has actually moved Lolesio from defending at the 10 channel on a regular basis to make sure that he doesn't get rammed over by big forwards or big centers constantly at the Wallabies level. And yet, when he returned to the club level, first game up against the Honduras, he's back at a 10 channel. And I kid you not, in my review, I thought this was just brutal to watch. He got rammed over every tackle like a child. Brutally ran over. And nobody taking him off for HIA. Nobody decided at halftime, let's change him around and maybe don't have him at 10 anymore. There's absolutely zero care given to Lolesio when he was struggling out there. I watched this from home and I realized something is not right, and yet you have professional doctors at the Brumbies did nothing. Let's just watch this. This is the first round, and you can go watch the game. I just picked a random point in the game. I don't have to go through the whole game and pick out the one incident. I just randomly click on the game, and whenever there is a set play, I knew Lolesio was going to get run over. So let's just have a look at some random selection of videos I picked up from the first game. And let me know if this looks right to you. This is 12 minutes in. First game of the season. Does that look like right to you? Does that look like right to you? Having the big number 8 running into Lolesio. Does that look right to you? Absolutely ran over like a child. Alright, let's have a look at another one. Maybe there's just one incident. Let's look at another one. Oh, lost ball for line out. Big number 6. Bam! And this is just the first half. This happened the whole game. And let's have a look at another one. This one. This is later on in the game. Lolesio gets the ball. Haven't we seen this before? Haven't we seen this before? Haven't we seen this before? Is this kind of like deja vu to anybody? Did you guys see this on the weekend? Did you guys see this happening on the weekend? "60 minutes on the clock. Nobody did anything. Nobody took him off for HIA. Nobody decided to change maybe the way we should restructure the back line. Nobody gave a rat's. And again, just the fact that he was taken off on a stretcher. Straight to hospital. And and for a back injury. And then immediately back on the field like 3 weeks later. Come on, man. Come on. You're telling me there's no mismanagement from the Brumbies? From the Brumbies doctors? Come on. Moving on. Let's talk about something a little bit more cheery, okay? Before I break my TV screen making this video. My computer screen, rather. So yeah, the Hong Kong, China, Hong Kong has made past Korea and qualify for the first time in the Rugby World Cup. And everybody knows, I am a Hong Kong, okay? Literally, Hong Kong is like half my cousins is from Hong Kong, okay? So when I see my cousins and relatives make it to the Rugby World Cup, it just warms my heart, right? You know, look at these great, Hong Kong players like Andrew Douglas, right? Matthew Worry and Nathan Terry, right? Classic Chinese names, okay? I know because my mom, her best friend was Andrew Douglas, okay? Her friend used to be called Andrew Douglas. And trust me, it is 100% classic Chinese name, okay? So, very proud of the boys, very proud of the Chinamen who made it to the Rugby World Cup 2027. Very proud of the boys. Moving on, before I get cancelled. The Rugby World Rankings, big changes in the weekend. Not really in the top teams. England moved up one over Argentina after winning away. Big point changes if you win a game away. Get bonus points. But the biggest one is Wales dropped another 2 spots on the rankings from 12 to 14 after losing to Japan. And the worst part of this is I think the Welsh team, like the coach Matt Sherratt, actually has no idea how to operate as a coach. After losing the game, he's giving the players 2 days to grieve on the loss. Like somebody has died. Only thing that's dying is your coaching career, mate. That's the only thing you should be grieving for. That's horrendous. Like, it's literally the one thing you don't do is feel sorry about your loss, right? You literally get up, you get going, you forget about it, and focus on winning the next week. Every minute you capitalize during the week to improve, build up to the next week, and make changes for the next game instead of wasting 2 days for everybody feeling sorry for themselves. Just unbelievable. Anyway, moving on. So to all the Springbok fans, Sia Khaleesi is once again not selected this week. He has a little bit of Achilles injury, and Dr. Rassie has told everybody that just don't want to risk it. He's probably the captain of the team, one of the most important players in the team. Don't really want to risk him for like a slightly early return, and suddenly it aggravates the injury. Like, this is how you look after your players. Not putting him back on the field after taking the hospital 3 weeks later from a back injury. My goodness. Anyway, Rassie Erasmus has done a great job. And obviously, everybody knows Dr. Rassie was not happy on the weekend after the performance against Italy in the second half, especially when the anti-bomb squad came on and just really made the bomb go off instead of defusing the bomb. And everybody knows in the Rassie Erasmus doctrine of Springbok rugby, there are 3 iron pillars that are non-negotiable when it comes to Springbok selection. And the 3 iron pillars are goal kicking, defense, and scrummaging. And last week, one of the 3 iron pillars in the form of defense, especially when the reserves came on, really fell apart. And I'm not surprised that Rassie is very unhappy. And it's just literally one of the things. Everything could go wrong. If somebody drops the ball scoring a try, if the passing didn't go to hands, if the up and unders didn't work, if the box kicks didn't work, whatever it is, none of that is really that important. The 3 iron pillars when it comes to defense, the goal kicking, and the scrums, those 3 are non-negotiables. And I think that, Rassie is rightly so very disappointed. And he's talked about that as a result, some of the players that were originally scheduled to be given more time, like last week we talked about Rassie was going to bring in 50 different players for the series. That plan has been scrapped, so he's going to be putting on fewer. He's putting on a more consistent team going on. So some of the players that were supposed to get a run at the starting position are basically like the reserve, get a run at the starting position. They're not going to be given that opportunity anymore. They're going to be off the bench to have maybe like a smoother transition for the team. So he's not really happy about that. Definitely, it's been quoted saying definitely frustrating, and it is understandable. So he's literally saying that, you know, some of the plans that they had for players, the schedule they've already planned out for the series is now going to be adjusted. So yeah. Anyway, the mighty Springboks has announced their team for this weekend. The big one is Billy Leroux in his 100th centenary test cap. Congratulations, Mr. Billy, Rugby World Cup winner, one of the veterans of the Springbok rugby and one of the most brilliant players in the world for a long time. So he's going to get his 100th test cap starting against the Italians. The players are as follows coming onto the field for the mighty Springboks. We've got Thomas Dutoit coming in number 1, Marks number 2, Wilco Low number 3, Saman Morat number 4, Ruan Nokia number 5, Marco van Staden number 6. We got Pieter-Sepp du Toit number 7. We got Jasper Visa comes in number 8. We got Grant Williams coming in number 9. We got Mani Leboeck number 10. We got Marco Zulu Mapingpe number 11. We got Andre Esterhuizen. And the Springboks do have the 5-3 set up on the bench, so Esterhuizen might be moved to flanker at some point to replace Van Staden, maybe. We will see. We will see if Esterhuizen is going to get another opportunity to become a real man this weekend, right? Maybe we'll finally see him start at 7 at some point, like a real big boy, right? But we'll see. He's slowly, definitely becoming a real man, one step at a time, okay? Number 13, Kanan Moody. Number 14, Edwild van der Merwe, number 14, and number 15, Billy Leroux. We've got on the replacements, we got Jaden Hendrik Wessels comes in, Jan Hendrik Wessels, number 16, Ox Incha, number 17, Asanati Ntabakanye, Anyway, that I tried. He's coming at number 18. I've got Kobus Visa, number 19. Evan Ruas, number 20. We've got Kobus Reinach, number 21. We've got Sasha Fanberg Ngomezulu, number 22. And then Ethan Hooker comes in at number 23. So that's the setup for the mighty Springboks this weekend against Italy in the round 2 match. Looking for a big result and hopefully repair the broken iron pillars of the Rassie Erasmus doctrine. Okay, moving on. The Kiwi, you know, the Kiwis are at it again. The Kiwi Pundits complaining about referee, complaining about the TMO. This is not good for the game. The fact that you're complaining, because a lot of fans don't really care. To be honest, I had no issue with the TMO. I think it's just, it's frustrating if your team has a try disallowed, but if you are the team that gets the call on your side, you're already happy. So it's not a bad thing. I think making the correct decision, it's the right thing to do, whether you find it annoying or not. And I think the stupidest part is that they have watered down the quality of a TMO than referee at the Super Rugby level, and then basically make the fans think that the crappy TMO / referee levels that it's seeing at Super Rugby is the standard for Test Rugby. And now they're complaining that the rugby is played at the level that is accepted by the global standards. Now they're complaining that it's not consistent with their watered down standards at a Super Rugby level. So yeah, I mean, it's a little bit, I don't think this is right from the Kiwi Pundits to complain about this sort of things, especially if you're a major TV show and you're supposed to promote the game, not to bash the game. And moving on, yeah, you are literally you literally, if you just one thing, yes, if you work for the All Blacks and you work at the Breakdown, your job is to promote the sport, even if you think that it's not right. It's called being the state media. That is your job. Your job is to make sure that you literally lie to make sure that the game is promoted in a positive manner. That's your job because it's really important. Anyway, moving on, and if they pay me, I would more than happy to shield for them, but they don't. They do not pay me. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So the AUNZ team. Every time I say this, I think it says anus. Anyway, I'm a dyslexic. Stop laughing. But the anus 15 against the Lions. The team has been announced. This is a really stacked team, and I think that with the selections, with the daddy and son selections at the Lions team, I think that there might be the first loss the Lions in the tour in 2025. So we've got some big selections coming out. Aiden Ross, number 1. Brandon Panga, Mosa, number 2. Jeffrey Tuamang-Allen, number 3. Angus Blythe, number 4. Lucan Salaka-Loto, number 5. Shannon Frizzle is back from Japan, number 6. P. Samuel, number 7. Hoskins Sotutu, number 8. Falau Fakatava, number 9. No Richie Mwonga. No James O'Connor. But Tane Edmund, number 10. I'm very disappointed. I thought maybe James O'Connor. I thought Richie Mwonga, since Frizzell is here. Shannon Frizzle. Frizzle is here. But no, Frizzell is not good enough to get his old mate to come along with him. So Tam Edmund is number 10. Marika Corambetti, number 11. David Havili, number 12. Lumapi, number 13. AJ Lamb, number 14. My boy. Number 15, Sean Stevenson. And then we've got on the bench, Kurt Eklund, Joshua Futsi-Tua, number 17. George Dyer, number 18. Matt Phillip returns at number 19. Joe Bryan, number 20. Kalani Thomas, number 21 from the Reds. Harry McLaren Phillips, number 22 from the Reds as well. And Jock Campbell, number 23. To finish off the anus 15. Anzac 15. Shut up, stop laughing. Grow up. Not funny. Grow up. And obviously the father and son dominating the world of rugby. Owen Farrell is snuck his way into the team. Of course he would. What did you expect? You think he's just going to be holding tackling bags for the tour? Nah, he's going to be on the bench for the test matches. I have no doubt. To be honest, I have to say one thing. If I was in charge of the Lions, looking at the performances of the 10 that is currently on the field, I would actually bring in a more reliable goal kicker, to be honest. Finn Russell, Finn Smith are both good goal kickers, but Finn Russell has been proven to be 100% and then struggling with his goal kicks under pressure. So that's something that, I think that just having Owen Farrell on the bench might take a lot of that pressure off. Just helps him improve as well in the game if he was to start the game. So I think especially in a test match like this, having like a reliable goal kicker, it's really important. Finn Smith is pretty decent, but I think his range is less than 50 meters. I'm pretty sure it's only like 40 meters. So having Owen Farrell as well to cover that range, in addition to just being a little bit better than Finn Russell, I think is really, really important to have that available to you for a test matches. So if I was the Lions coach, I would bring somebody like Owen Farrell in for that purpose as well. So I actually don't mind it, to be honest, but I can see the optics is not that great for the Lions. So we've got Pierre Schoeman, number 1, Luke Cowan-Dickey, number 2, Will Stewart, number 3, James Ryan, number 4, Ty Byrne, number 5, Henry Pollock, after having a bit of a niggling injury, is back at number 6. Jack Morgan, the only Welshman good enough to be in the Lions team at the moment, comes in number 7. Ben Earl, number 8. We've got Ben White, who's been just caught up to replace Thomas Williams, comes in number 9. Number 10, Finn Smith. Number 11, Duhan van der Merwe. Number 12, Sione Tupulotu. Number 13, Hugh Jones. Number 14, Matt Hansen. Number 15, Hugo Keenan. Replacement, we've got Roland Keller. Andrew Porter hasn't really performed for me, to be honest. And number 17, Finlay Billam. Number 18, Scott Cummings. Number 19, George van der Fleer. Number 20, Alex Mitchell. Number 21, Marcus Smith. Number 22, and the evil man himself, Owen Farrell. Number 23. Next up, we've got yes, Lions has been crying about the Waratahs wetting the ground, blaming God for raining, right? That is the Lions' excuse for the poor performance against the Waratahs. And we'll talk about this. Wales giving 2 days of grief about a loss. Really, really bad from the coaching stuff. So Kinghorn Blair Kinghorn limped off the field on the weekend against Waratahs, but apparently he's okay. He's walking around. Maybe he felt a bit of something, maybe like a little tweak, but hopefully he's going to be okay because I think he could be a starting player. Anyway, moving on, we've got the mighty All Blacks will be playing against the French B team again this weekend. Team has been announced for the All Blacks. So we've got Ethan de Groot, Cody Taylor, Fletcher Neal, number 3, Patrick Tupulotu, Fabian Holland, number 4 and 5, Tupuvai, number 6, Adi Savea, number 7, Christian Leo Willie, number 8, with Scooty suffering a bit of I think a calf injury. He's out. Number 9, we've got Cameron Roygar. Number 10, Bodie Barrett. Number 11, Caleb Clark, moving Riku Ioane to number 14. Got Geordie Barron, number 12. Billy Proctor, again, number 13. And Will Jordan at number 15. The one problem I've noticed last week, and one problem I've noticed again here today, is that the All Blacks lack speed. Yeah, the fastest guy on the field right now, probably, there's people saying, is Rico, and Rico is not really that fast. And Will Jordan hasn't been as fast as he used to be since he sustained that leg injury. You can see that his leg is... his right leg is heavily strapped still. So there's no speed in this All Black team in the back line. And there's a lack of speed in the forwards as well. If you really think about, if you look at this 4-pack, Adi Savea is probably the fastest person who will be getting out of the breakdown. But then again, Adi Savea is like a number 8. Not really, someone like, Quagga Smith or something that's going to get the breakdown. A lightning fast speed who can, I just think that there's a lack of Christian Leo Willie as well. A big boy at number 8. Not really like the fastest one, Tupavai, an extra lock on the field. There's just no speed at all in the All Blacks team. And I think, again, that could be something that they will struggle against the French B team. On the bench, we've got Somasoni, Tauki Yaho, Ollie Norris. By the way, I would, to get speed in the All Blacks team, I would have Leroy Carter from the Chiefs and, what's his name? The other guy from the Chiefs as well. What's his name? I literally had his name in my head just before I started this video, and now it's gone. Anyway, we'll talk. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, on the bench we've got Ollie Norris, Basilio Tossi, Sammy Penny Finau, Duplessis Karefi, Cortez Dratama, Timothy Tavatava-Nawai, and Damien McKenzie. What's his name? The other Chiefs winger. It'll come to me later, maybe. Moving on, Harry Porter has signed with the Waratahs, moving away from the Western Force. Okay. Yeah, Scotty, calf injury, already talked about that. So the Ireland team played Georgia with a massive win. Big injury. Stockdale has been sent home. And so it's not, again, Stockdale has had repeated injuries, is injured again, and, it's looking at potentially a shoulder injury. So not great news for him. So Wallabies play Fiji on the weekend. We already talked about this. It's a close win, almost lost. Last minute try by Harry Wilson. Lackluster, had control of the game, but wasn't able to execute into tries for a very, very, very long time. Also on the weekend, the win England over Argentina, big result for England, marked the 100th test cap for George Ford. Again, the game was just 3 points to nil at half-time, and then England came out, shifted out of gear, different mentality, really did a really good performance for the England team to pull away from the win. Paul O'Connell against Georgia, 34-5. Nice win there. I mean, as expected. There was another injury to England side as well. Henry Slade has been ruled out for the remainder of the test after a hand injury. Rest of series against Argentina. Ma'anonu signs with Toulon till he's 44 for a year extension. So this guy came in as a injury cover and then got on the field and scored a try. Now he's getting a contract extension at he's only 42 right now, but he will finish his career at age of 44. And then we've got Jake White. He's been on the Bulls for so long. I'm starting calling him Jake Bull. Jake White at the Bulls, former Rugby World Cup coach with Eddie Jones. and he's actually decided to move away from the Bulls. I thought the Bulls has been really, really close to win it for multiple years, and he's under him has known for a lot of like upsets. I think that opportunity last year against the Glasgow at home, really, I think that was just really, really disappointing. I think they really had opportunity there to win the URC, and he's done everything right to set the players up, but mentally, I think the players weren't ready for that game. Too much partying on the field as well. And he's decided to part ways with the Bulls. So they're going to have to find somebody else to coach the team. Maybe Michael Checker could be going there. Who knows? So finally, Andy Farrell is kind of did the, what do you call it, the Streisand effect. He's telling fans not to be toxic towards Owen. As a result, I think the fans probably going to go even harder on him, right? Like, a bit of a Streisand effect. The fact that he's talking about this only makes things worse. Anyway, the Chiefs winger. I know exactly what he looks like. What's his name? Anyway, let me know his name in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys later tomorrow for the reviews. Have a good one. Cheers.